So here's the practice test for our unit on simplifying and factoring. So let's make sure that we read the instructions very carefully. So I'm going to write solutions on here. And then we've got basically two sections here. We've got the top section that says simplify each expression. Remember to distribute first if needed and write your answer in the correct order. That writing in correct order is going to be important. If the expression cannot be simplified, just write simplify and circle your answer. Again, it's always appreciated if you circle your answer. It's a lot easier to find. And then the second part of this, it says factor each expression completely, write the answers in correct order, and then circle your answer. So let's take a look here and let's run through and do a couple of these problems. So this is one where it says simplify. So on this problem right here, remember, when we say simplify, simplify means distribute and collect like terms. So there's no distributing to do here, so we're just going to collect like terms. So this is 18x minus 1x. So 18x's minus 1x would be 17x. That's it. Done. Next one. Let's see, we've got 5 terms here. We've got some m's, and we've got some of them are squared and some of them are not. And then we've got that constant on the end that doesn't have any m's at all. So let's take a look here. We've got 12m squared minus 50m squared. Again, use the rules for integers. Different signs, we're going to find the difference. The difference is 38. The bigger one's negative, so that's negative 38m squared. Done with those. I'm going to go ahead and cross those off. Good idea, especially when we've got a bunch of terms here to deal with. And then 9m plus 8m, that's going to be 17m. Go ahead and cross these guys off. And then the only thing left is that constant. We're going to write that at the end. Circle the answer. We've made sure that it's in the right order. We're all set to go there. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. On this problem here, now we get something that's a little bit more difficult. We have some distributing to do, and we may or may not have some like terms that we can combine. So let's take a look. We've got some distributing. Let's do that first. So this is going to be 5y times y. That's going to be 5, and y times y would be y squared. 5y times 6, that's going to be 30 is going to be the new coefficient, and then we've got the y there, and then just plus 11y squared. And then we do have some like terms to put together here, so this is going to make 16y squared. Done with those guys, and then plus 30y. We've written in the correct order, and we're all set to go. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Okay, one thing that we notice right off the bat is this is not in the correct order. This is going to be negative 18m squared plus 31m plus 12. Now be really careful. This only says simplify, not factor. So is this simplified? Are there any terms that we can combine? The only thing that we had to do on this one was just reorder it, so that's it. Okay, so we're done with that. So don't get confused and start factoring and stuff like that. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Let's see, we got a whole bunch of terms here. We've got a k here, a k here, and a k here. So this would be 7k minus 5k, so that's going to be 2k. Done with those guys right there. And then negative 5 and positive 8, that's going to make a positive 3. Written in the correct order, combine the like terms and everything, so we're in good shape there. This one right here, again, we've got some distributing to do first. Now don't forget, you can't do 9r minus this stuff right here. We've got to get rid of those parentheses first. So we're going to distribute through, and remember what the negative means. The negative means opposite. So we've got 9r minus r minus 55. We've got a couple of like terms because they've got r's there. So this is going to be 8r minus 55. Okay, done with that right there. Keep going here. Let's see, we're going to distribute through here. Then we'll collect like terms if there are any. So this is going to be a negative 42x. Negative 7 times negative 3 is plus 21. And then notice this is outside parentheses, so there's no distributing the 7 through to this guy right here. So this is just plus 32x. And then we do have some like terms there. Negative 42x plus 32x, different signs, we'll find the difference. The difference is 10, bigger one's negative. Done with that one, and then we've just got the 21 on the end there. Okay, make that one look just a little better. Let's take a look at this one. Got a couple things to distribute here. Got that to distribute and this to distribute. So let's see what we've got here. 32a. Let's see, negative 72b. Negative 4 times 12, that's going to be negative 48a. And negative 4 times 4, so that's going to be negative 16b. Couple like terms here. The difference there is 16, the bigger one's negative, so negative 16a. And then we got these guys right here. So all together, that's going to be same sign, find the sum. That's going to be negative 88, keeping that same sign, and then a b. So there's our answer there. A little tougher problem there. Same type of thing here. Let's go through and distribute. Negative 6x plus 24. Don't make a silly mistake and miss that sign there. 4x minus 16. Some like terms here and some like terms there. So negative 2x when we put the negative 6 plus the 4x. Done with those guys, and then let's see, different signs. Again, need to find the difference. Difference is 8. The bigger one's positive, so this is going to be positive 8. And again, some people will look at this and they'll go, gosh, we did a bunch of factoring. I can take out a 2 and maybe a negative or something. Those are not the instructions for this part of the test. It's just simplify. So we're going to distribute through and simplify. So distribute through. 11y squared plus 55y minus 41y. 11y squared, that's the only one of those, and then let's see, that's going to leave us with, what do we got there, 14, positive 14y. Done with that one. It's written in the right order. This one's a little easier because we just have like terms there, so that's going to be negative m plus 12n. mn, yep, that's in alphabetical order, so we're in good shape there. And last one in this particular section, so we're going to distribute through, so negative 44k minus 44, and then plus 12k, like terms right here and here. So let's see, that's going to leave us with a negative 32k. Done with those guys, and then the constant on the end is just that 44. So I'm going to make that look just a tad better, but there's our answer right there. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this screen size here, and let's take a look at the instructions on this one. This one says factor, so this is where we're trying to find the greatest common factor for each one of these, and you'll notice that it starts off with this one's in the right order, but the leading sign is negative. So let me blow this up just a little bit, maybe not that big, and we'll run through. We're going to take out a negative. As far as numbers go, the biggest thing I can take out is a 5. So if I took out the negative and the 5, only thing left is an x. Took out the negative and a 5, only thing left would be a positive 3. So remember, when you take out that negative, it makes these the opposite sign of what they used to be. And that's written in the correct order, so we're in good shape there. Let's see, first thing we want to notice here is this is not in the correct order because we need that constant to be at the end. So I'm going to write this as 12k minus 54n and then plus 6. And let's see, kn, yep, okay. And then what's the biggest number that goes into each one of these? We don't have a variable in common with all of these, but we could find a number. 6 goes in here, 6 goes at 6 is the biggest number that goes into all of them. So we're going to be left with a 2k. Let's see, 54 divided by 6, that's going to be a negative 9n. And then please don't forget this. Don't make a silly mistake on this one right here. Yes, we did take out the 6, but it's not that there's nothing left. Remember, we divided by 6, so there's always something left. There's always going to be a 1 left if we take everything out. And the other way we can check is there are 3 terms here. There better be 3 terms in the parentheses. And again, the cool part about this part of the test is that you can know whether or not you got the answer right by just distributing back through. So let's take a look at this one. We've got a 12b squared and a negative 30b. 6 is the biggest number you can take out, but they both have at least one b. So that's going to be 2b. and take out a b and a 6. That's going to be a -5. Okay, keep going here, finish this up. Alphabetical order, we kind of like that. Let's see, 17, okay, no variables are in common, but 17 and 34, let's think about that for just a second. 17 is prime, so the only thing that we could pull out of that would be a 1 and a 17. Does 17 go in here? 17 does go in there, so we're going to take out a -17. That means we'd be left with an a squared. And if we divided this by a negative, remember we're going to change the sign, so this is going to be 2b squared. There's our answer there. Next one. Okay, not too bad. Let's look at the numbers. 12 and 24, biggest number we could take out would be a 12. They both have an a and they both have a b, so we're going to take out a 12ab. Took out the 12, the a, and the b. The only thing left here is a c, and took out the a and the b. So if we divide this by 12, we're going to be left with just a 2. Okay, so there's that one. Getting near the end here. Let's see. It's written in the correct order, so we've got that going for us. Let's look at the numbers. 14, 21, and 7. 7 will go into all three of those, and the leading one's positive, so we're going to do that. And then they all have an x. Okay, so that's good. So 7 would leave us with a 2. Took out one of those, we'd be left with an x squared. 7 would leave us with a -3. Took out one of those, so we'd have an x. Now, what are we left with if we take a 7x out of a 7x? And that was negative. It would be a -1. Please don't forget that. Okay? And then last couple problems, and we're finished up, ready to go for the test. Okay, let's see. It's written in the correct order. They don't all have the same variable, so there's nothing we can take out there. Let's think. 12, 60, and 48. 4 would, is there anything bigger than a 4? 6 would go into all of them. 8, no, not there, and not there. 10 would go there, but not there. How about 12? 12 goes into every single one of these, so we're left with an a squared. If we divide this by 12, we end up with a 5. That's part of our multiplication tables, remember, and same thing with this. We end up with a 4. Got multiplication tables there to help us out. And then this one right here, this one's kind of interesting. Short, but hopefully we get this right here. 44CD plus 11C. 44 and 11. Biggest thing we could take out would be an 11. CD and C, remember, this one's going to restrict how many we can take out. So we're left with a 4. Took out the C, we're left with a D. Took out the 11 and the C, so what's left? Don't say nothing and don't say 0. It's going to be a 1. And again, just for the heck of it, we're going to double check here. Let's see, 11 times 4 is 44. CD. 11C times 1 would be 11C. So did we get right back where we started? We did, so we definitely got that one right. All right. Make sure you look at your notes. Make sure you do the look at the I Can checklist. Make sure you go through there and kind of rate yourself, what you know how to do, what you don't know how to do, based on how well you did on this practice test, and make sure you're ready to go for the test. All right, good luck.